swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Set! Set up!
They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on
18,
3rd and 11.
Pioneer! Set up! Go!
Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play,
ready.
just like that.
Hot, hot!
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And he's brought down for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go now! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler! Ready?
From the gun, it's Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Ready?
They've got first down from the 31.
Shut up!
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They motion the slot man right.
Get on!
From the 37. Buys time, rolling right. Caught by Flowers. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ready? Cut!
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready, shut up! On the other, ready? Shut up!
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Chased out to his right. Walker hauls it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
On one, ready?
Third down, 1 yard to go.
You. 180.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
What 80?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Sit hot.
Here's Mitchell again. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Ready, shot. Alpha.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal from 37 yards in the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back gets the handoff. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll give them a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Daniels from the pistol. Dumps it off to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
No, no.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Set. Bronco 80. Check go.
Running back gets it on the draw. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. It's a 2-score game.
break.
Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its
Here we go.
stride.
Shot.
They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Okay, break.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Tight end going in motion here.
Ready, ready.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That crunches off the right upright, no good. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready? Ready, shot! Shot!
Up the middle. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Play made by Deron Payne. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready, shot! Shot!
Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shot!
They'll run. This is Mitchell. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, ready?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Shot!
Now it's Lamar. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. They get 2 out of the run, but it's going to be 4th and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's close and no good. It connects with that left upright. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready? Get up!
On 1st down, they'll run. 6 there. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Go!
And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready!
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ready!
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Go!
Plowing up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. Got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Set!
Putting the tight end in motion.
Hut, hut.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Set it! 70 Timberwolf! Ready?
To throw, Daniels. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! And they'll return it for a touchdown! Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Sit out! 180! Ready, shut out! Shut out!
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane of field, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Ready! Go right here. You at X. You at X. You right there?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass, into some yards after catch, and the quarterback will find you again.
Crosses the 35, room for more. Down the sideline, past the 25. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
For another 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready?
Go. Ready, shot!
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs at that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Shut out! What? Hey!
They put Flowers in motion right. And the defense will not be beaten to the edge. They make the stop. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's 2nd and goal.
Shut out! Shut out!
Jackson throwing here. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Looking for the back that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Middle. Touch!
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He's on the move. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! These guys will add to their lead at the end of the half. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys make it a 10-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Ready.
Running this one left. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
They motion the tight end over. Here's 2nd and 7. Outright, McCaffrey makes the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give them a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the 10-6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Give now to the running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Set. Trap 60. Go.
From the 36. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Come 19. Come 19. Ready. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
180. Hey, Ozzie, sit up. You change it.
They send a man in motion.
Sit up.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive.
Sit up.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives them the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180. Sit up.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Called it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
180.
48-yard line.
180. Ready, shot. Sit up.
Changing it up here, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit.
No,
it's on
changed it.
you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Hey, report. Report. Sit up.
Jackson now on 3rd. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Ready, shot.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Sit up.
This is Mitchell. And they'll stop him after a minimal gain, down to about the 36. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Oh my God. 180. Sit up.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Ready, shot.
Lamar now from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Intended for save.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Yard attempt.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the lead goes unchanged from 17.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Go!
They'll send him over right.
Ready?
Taps it quick to the receiver for the cross. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
That's the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
Sack!
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35.
On the scramble.
That play good for 17 on a first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Ready?
They're set up at the 35 now.
Set up. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Set go.
Daniels on first down. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Daniels back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Ready, set. Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. So no return on that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
180. Yo.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. They managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15 plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got second and
Ready, shot.
4.
Shot.
Again, this is Mitchell. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Shot.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Shot. Shot.
That one's out and cut on the right side.
Gain of 12 yards.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Ready, shot.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Shot.
And that's here to Mitchell. And he's brought down for a loss.
The ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
We're off to the
Brings
4th
up
quarter
second
here on
and
Christmas
12
Eve.
At the
It's not
35-yard
quite over
line.
yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
DC, ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, Ozzy. Shot. Ready. Ready, shot. You turned it. Shot.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Intended for Zay
That was Zay
Flowers.
Flowers, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The coverage.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
DC, ready? I'm
No
gonna go.
connection on
Hey,
the last
middle,
play,
middle.
and now it's 3rd down.
Report. Ready, shot.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick.
Jackson's pass.
Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Here we go. Huh.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
60 Maverick. Let's go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
Running back sent in motion left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Here we go, set. Dragon 60. 19 Lions. Go.
Again, Daniels to the air. Oh no, they get him yet again. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Oh, ready?
They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey, hey. Alpha, Alpha, sit hot. 180. Ready, shot. Sit hot.
Give it to Mitchell, running left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, ball at the 36.
Ready, sit hot. Hey, hey. Sit hot.
Here's Mitchell again. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Storms are minor, but you know she living major.
Second and 6 coming up here.
180. 180. Ready, shot. Sit hot.
Mitchell up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you wait you in for marriage. I've been here before.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot.
Good ball on that 47-yard line. First
Ready,
down.
shot. Go. Sit hot.
Run. This is Mitchell. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky, but now I'm just humble. They didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet. I'm the
Sit hot. Hot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
180. Ready, shot. Sit hot.
Mitchell on again, heading left. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Sit hot, hot. Hey, hey. Yo. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A gain of 4.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Matt
Gay on to line up this field goal. This is a
55-yard
55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the jump.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Intended for number 10.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down.
30-yard line.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Mustang 19. Ready. Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Receiver in motion going left.
Hut, hut.
On second and 10 now, Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on
60
fourth.
Eagle. 60 Eagle. Ready.
Daniels. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Ball on the 45, first and 10.
79 Bronco. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
On the odds, ready? Ready, shot. Sit up!
Here's the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
32 on the carry. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
What are you?
2nd and 6 coming up here. Mitchell. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. That run good for a gain of 2. And just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning.
What are you?
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Middle. Alpha.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. 18, Pioneer. Check go.
To throw, Daniels. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Shut up. Ready.
Here's Daniels. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready.
Daniels now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who could close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
Okay, ready.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now Daniels to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Report! 180! Touch!
They get him down the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
The ball carrier.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Real quick.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Go right here. 180! Ta-da!
Now again, right side Mitchell. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
Hold on, ready?
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
Ready, set hot! Let's go! Set hot! Report! Set hot!
On the hand zone, Allen. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come